Welcome to Butterfly, the Becoming. Here, we honor the human experience, its questions, its clarity, and its becoming. You are invited to arrive as you are. For over 20 years, I wanted to be a mother, and it did not happen the way I thought it would. Life was moving, but that part of my life wasn't. Years passed, and if I'm honest, there were moments I did not always say out loud, moments where I felt envy, watching other women become mothers, seeing what looked so natural for them, while I was still trying to understand if it would ever happen for me. It wasn't that I was not happy for them. I was. But at the same time, I was holding something I did not know if I would ever have. And that's a hard place to live in. To keep going with your life while carrying something that has not come yet. And there's another part of this I don't always say out loud. There were two marriages before this. Both of them wanted children, and I could not give that at the time. And the truth is, that played a role in both of them ending. So this wasn't just about waiting. It was about watching something I wanted so deeply affect parts of my life I thought would last. And after years of that, I made a decision. Not the easy path, not the traditional path. I chose to become a mother on my own through IVF, in vitro fertilization. And the truth is, that was the only hope I had to have a child. Not one option among many. Not something I casually considered. It was the path, the only one left. So when I said yes to it, I wasn't just saying yes to a procedure. I was saying yes to everything it would require of me. The appointments, the waiting, the doubt, showing up over and over again without any guarantee. And I did it alone, not because I wanted to struggle, but because this mattered that much to me. And when he finally came into my life, I didn't take a single moment for granted because I knew what it took to get there. He wasn't just my son. He was what I waited for over 20 years, not knowing if it would ever happen. So I built my life around him. Every decision, every day, every plan. It wasn't something I had to think about. It just became my life. And now he's grown and he is ready to leave. The truth is, I already knew this day would come. I knew it when I chose this path. I knew it when I held him as a baby. I knew it every time I watched him become more of himself. But knowing something and living it are not the same, because now there are moments where I can feel the shift happening. He's still here, but something is different. The way he moves, the way he's preparing, the way his life is starting to open up beyond me. And I find myself noticing the quiet in between. Not complete silence, but space where there used to be more. I sit with that. I feel it. I find myself asking, where do I go from here? Not because I don't have a life, but because the life I built was centered around being his mother. That was my focus. That was my responsibility. That was my purpose for a very long time. And now that role is changing. Not ending, but changing in a way that is asking something new from me. I wasn't prepared for how that would feel. I thought the hardest part would be becoming a mother. I didn't know there would be a moment where I would have to adjust to not being needed in the same way. I wish I could tell you I am handling it with strength and clarity. But there are nights where I cry into my pillow because my world is changing and I don't fully recognize what comes next. I feel scared, not because something is wrong, but because something is different. I don't have control over what it becomes. And somewhere in all of this, there's a quiet voice, not loud, not pushing, just steady. And it keeps saying, you already know. You already know it's time. You already know he's ready. You already know this is what you raised him to do. That's the part that's hard to sit with. The truth is, this isn't about knowing what to do. It's about admitting that life is asking me to change too. to create space, to build something new without rushing to define it. And that's uncomfortable because for so long, my days were full, centered around someone I loved deeply. And now I'm being introduced to a different kind of space. I don't have all the answers for it yet. I don't know exactly what it becomes, but I do know this. I am not pretending. I don't feel it anymore. I am not telling myself I don't know what's happening. I am allowing myself to sit in it honestly without rushing to fix it, without trying to fill the space too quickly. Just being here. Because this is part of life too. Not just the moments where we celebrate, but the ones where everything shifts quietly and we have to find our way again. And maybe I don't have clarity yet. Maybe I'm still sitting in the question. But I'm no longer avoiding the truth. And for right now, that's enough. Thank you for being here. This is Butterfly, the Becoming.